Hi, folks. I often get asked about Harry's Big Wine Adventure and Story Cellars and what what does it mean, what's it all about. So I thought I'd just put this video together so that I can explain it and people can go through the video and you know just hear my story. So Harry's Big Wine Adventure I started when I moved back from London and came to live in Cape Town. And I put it together mainly because I wanted to learn more about wine and the wine industry. I'd really done some studying, but I wanted to test some business models. I wanted to meet new people. I wanted to go visit the winemakers, taste their wines, but also learn more about the regions and then bring that back to people. And so I started it, and it was actually just the start of the map of my journey into wine. And since starting that, I've become a Cape Wine Master. I've also till recently been the head of the Cape Wine Academy. Before that, I wasn't actually in the wine industry. I was in corporate. I'm a chartered accountant by trade. Many people don't know that. And it was just a map of my journey. And it's been used for, through the guise of Harry's Big Wine Adventure. I've done some consulting, done lots of tastings, and I've done lots of tours. And now I'm using it to do this thing called Story Cellars. So what's Story Cellars? Well, Story Cellars was born out of this coronavirus. And before it was called Story Cellars, it was called Love in a Time of Chrono. I often get asked by people being asked, just to tell them about a wine that they're drinking. I've drunk many, many wines, both local wines and international wines, which I've had to do just in order to qualify. And so I often get asked about wines and the stories and whether the wines are good or not. Before lockdown, I decided that it would be a good idea to get a group of people together and we all buy the same wines. And then I could just give some sessions and talk about them, tell the stories and go through the wines, go through the varieties, go through the regions. And it was when everyone was self-isolating, so it was pretty cool. And at that stage, it was called Love and Time of Chrono. We all knew it was going to start messy. None of us really knew how to use Zoom, and we didn't know how the protocol behind talking while on Zoom. There's a lot of echoing, a lot of stops and starts, and the sessions weren't really set up. We didn't know what the flow was going to be. So originally the wines were just selected, walk through Pick and Pay, and these wines were 80 to 120 Rand, and I just selected 7 and gave everyone the list, and we started. Some of the wines I knew, but some of the wines I didn't, which made it interesting for me. And so we started, and now we've done 29 sessions. We've got the 30th session this week, and we've had maybe 26, 27 winemakers or property owners on, and just telling the stories, really getting behind the skin of the winery. More than just the stories of the winemaker or the property owner or the stories about the wine. It's building up a rapport between the wine as an entity for people who don't really know. They're intimidated by wines. They don't know which wines to buy when they walk into a bottle store. And so, it's learning the personality of the entity rather than the individuals. And before we started, and as I said, we started messy, I didn't know all the opportunities that would come from this. And there's been quite a lot. And just in terms of helping people, those that have joined the group, the feedback, if you ever need like a dose of well-being, just to do one of these sessions, because the feedback's been remarkable, and it's actually shown me, I've always known about it, but shown me how eager people are to hear about the stories and learn more about and understand more about the brands of the wines. So we've helped those people, but we've also helped the wine estates, because during this time, and especially now with the second ban on alcohol, these wineries need to get their brands out there. And so it's been remarkable in that it's helped two parties, and there's a whole lot of business models that have come from it. So that's it in a nutshell. So if you'd like to join, you can get onto my website. It's www.harrysbigwineadventure.com. If you want to go straight to the Story Cellars, where you can see upcoming sessions and the previous sessions, it's www.storycellars.co.za, Cellars spelled with a C. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, which I don't use very often, and LinkedIn, also under Harry's Big Wine Adventure. So join me if you want. I look forward to seeing you there. Lots of positive stuff coming out of it, lots of great stories, and yeah, you get to learn in a very informal way. And it's not your typical tasting. Sometimes we don't even really discuss all the wines, but we are learning stories. And for people, that means that they can buy the wine off the shelf, take it to a braai or to some occasion, and be comfortable in speaking about the wine or just enjoying it. So have a good one. All the best. Keep well. And yeah, we'll see you on the sessions if you're keen. Ciao.